California, doing a little rehearsal here. We've been doing a lot of things to get ready for this week. We all got COVID tested and we're following all the precautions from the week to make sure that everything is just completely above board. We're really excited you're here. We're going to do a couple pieces for you. This first piece that you heard while you came on in, this was our 2020 composition winner, International Contest. It's written by Kaulkin, who lives over in Oakland, California, actually, and it's called By Hook or By Crook. So enjoy as we kind of work through this piece. And if you have anything you want to say, just go ahead and tell us in the chat. We'd love to hear from you.
So let's start from the beginning again.
Okay.
Just need to
Was
count.
that tempo good? Were you guys comfortable with that?
I liked it. I probably should count a little better this time.
Felt good to me. I would just like to do the accelerando again, especially the two bars before A. That bar 16 in particular feels a little uncomfortable as to whether I'm sure we're all together basically before we hit letter A. So.
I'm sure I can do that little part.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what happens right there.
Okay.
All right, let's try it again from the top.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure before we get started to take my mask off.
Oh, good
Because
idea.
it was really tricky that last time.
And to get the hand in the bone.
Yeah. And the bell cover.
Oh, they want the volume up.
Hey,
Volume up. Okay.
That felt good, yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Do you feel like the tempo at A is what we need? Is it a little faster? Or?
It probably could go maybe a hair faster,
Yeah.
actually.
I think it would give it a little more excitement.
When we get back to that tempo at C, let's just, have it be a little bit more.
I like the idea of applying what we discussed yesterday about the bigger crescendos to this section as well, just to make it a little bit more dramatic. So, yeah, that's good.
And Lydia, when you come in with your line before the rallentando, it feels to me like you want us to start going slower at that point.
I'm waiting for her page turn.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Once we
So
go-
it's a strategic artistic move.
Yes, exactly.
Could we look at the 3/4 section, bar 32, 33, 34, 35?
Sure.
Yes.
That's just another moment where it always feels a little shifty.
Yeah,
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 And
sure.
then 36 finally there, okay, here we go again. But the 34, or the 3/4, sorry.
She was
I
getting
think we're-
ready that with a little,
Is everyone in 35 forte?
yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we
play
try
that
a little
more.
harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't had a lot of fortes yet, really.
Let's go bar 30 through 30, the end of 35, into the downbeat of 36.
Okay.
And see if we can make that feel better.
30.
Bar 30.
Okay.
Everybody ready? Can we do it one more time? I think it's just because we need to be tighter, basically. But that worked a lot better, and especially the volume thing.
The
We
more,
start a couple bars before that,
sure.
Where do you want to start?
like 28.
Let's be quite subito on forte on the measure 35 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which measure?
28.
Okay.
That's great.
That felt a lot better.
Yeah. Anything else before that, or should we go after the page turn?
I think continue. Yeah, I'll turn my page now. Let's go.
You want to go right on Rallentando then? Or right
Yeah,
on?
yeah, that sounds great. But how about on your third beat
Okay.
into 47?
Yeah. So this is the pick up to 4 before B.
Okay.
Thank coming from Kristen from Pershing Avenue. And
Hi,
she's
Kristen.
on.
Does she have a
Do you
question?
wanna read the question?
Or a comment?
Okay, cool. All right, so let's,
Glad you're here.
yeah, thanks.
Let's go directly on B.
Okay. How's that feel?
Feels really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
That makes a big difference.
All right, good.
I don't know about ABC.
Maybe we should start at C and try to read through to the end,
Sure.
just to make sure that we get through the entire piece.
Great. All right, C, Impish.
Fish. So our 120 that's a little more sprightly. Sorry. Let's stop there. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a
It's
little
just
bit of,
slightly behind,
yeah.
I think, you guys.
yeah.
Back.
When you were giving two so nicely,
Mhm.
and then I think when you started the 16ths, you started the, I think 4,
Mhm.
and then you stopped giving the 2.
Oh, I should
And
keep
then,
giving the 2
yes,
more times.
keep,
Okay, I will do
keep
that.
doing it.
Okay.
That would be helpful.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are just tuning in, so this is a live stream rehearsal, and we're doing Michael Kaulkin's piece here, which was the 2020 Quadre International Composition winner. We had like 69 entries from around the world, so we're really like absolutely stoked about him submitting his piece, and then we listened to so many works, and his was just really fantastic. And he lives really close by. He's just right over there in Oakland, California. So again, thanks for coming on by for the stream.
What's the question?
We've got a comment saying they love this and they're so excited to be here during the rehearsal, but they can't hear the comments between you guys. So can you speak up a little bit louder?
Can you up the mixer when we're talking a little
start at D and play D to the end, and then go ahead and make a piece. Does that sound
Okay,
good?
that sounds great.
I imagine it's challenging also to hear us with our masks on, but we're just trying to stay COVID safe.
Yeah.
Yes,
Alright, just
so,
D to the end.
so levels.
Yeah, so we're gonna speak for a little bit again.
Yeah, so we'll up the levels here for the speaking. And again, thank you, Michael, for sending that our way. It's been a lot of fun for us to learn over these last few days. So,
And thanks to all the composers who submitted pieces, because we had a lot of great submissions for this contest.
We really did. It was hard to difficult to choose
Yeah.
the finalists, so we tried to do it as anonymously. Well, we did do it as
Yeah, it
anonymous.
was anonymous.
Yeah, completely anonymous.
Yeah.
So it was a really great experience.
Yeah.
and the next deadline will be June 1st. So if you're waiting to submit, that'll be the next time you submit for the next one. So we're actually going to move on to another brand new work. This is by Nina Shekhar, who we commissioned. Fantastic composer, and this is along our theme for the season, which is homelessness, hope, humanity, and heart. So this piece is based around that. And what she did is she's collaborated with an artist in Los Angeles who's experienced homelessness and is currently homeless, from what I understand. And if Nina, if you're out there and you, if I get any of this wrong, please correct me in the chat. But collaborated with this artist who gave the principal musical themes of what you're going to hear. She manipulated them with electronics, along with interviews that she did with each one of us around the notion of what does home mean to us. So you're going to hear our words coming out of this speaker, along with the musical inspirations and thoughts of this artist from LA. And then Nina has written works for all of us to go in conjunction with those electronics.
We're getting some information from Margie.
I'm hearing some buzzing. Sound bad.
All right. Now I can see my music.
Yeah.
Which our level was yesterday.
Yes.
I guess what could be different is my phone.
And I think one thing, when you up it for the voice, just do a little bit.
Quite a bit of buzzing. The back, yeah, too much, okay.
Okay.
Maybe joining your phone.
Only when we're speaking, or all the time?
It just started it out, like, I think maybe, well, when we were talking.
When I was talking.
Yeah, so too much buzzing.
Okay, is it still there?
Yeah, Tyler hears it too.
Okay. Is it still there? Okay.
One of the interesting things about this work is
So you hear it?
that we need a
Yeah,
counter.
turn off the mic. and
Because
turn
a
it
lot
back
of
on. Yeah, sure.
what we're doing in this piece as horn players is effect and a lot of special effects. And so we follow a timer so that we line up with the pre-recorded electronic music.
to the things that in our life feel the most comfortable and familiar, and maybe my parents have a lot to do with that. So wherever they are,
Home is a person waiting for you. Home is this mutual establishment, this mutual relationship.
It's great. I've talked to a lot of people lately, and that's what you guys. For those who don't have anything like that, just think that would be something extraordinary.
My dad was a doctor and a pediatrician actually, so like I was like a really
Single mother upbringing, and she had some health issues, so this always crept up, and these were very prevalent throughout my childhood.
because when you grow up with like
And again, these are all things I just kind of assume that everybody has to deal with. Mom has to go to the hospital, and it's just like, this is normal, this is what
as
people
I've
do.
grown and got to understand other humans' experiences in the world.
So, she unfortunately passed away. So then at that point, I left and started trying to pursue my identity as a woman.
So much of us, we have plans.
I was going to school and couldn't come up with the money for the loan, so they were just like, sorry.
I live in a house
You're out.
that my parents moved into when I was in sixth grade.
During that time, I experienced differences, or rather, I experienced not having my parents.
Built a house in the backyard. And the whole intent of that was that they would then move there and
I had friends, and they would let me inhabit their couch or stay over with them. For the most part, I didn't have a house.
we live in an area where it's my parents gave us this back in '86, and it was like $200,000 then. And this house is so we have
Get the levels a little higher for the speaking.
That felt pretty good.
I thought, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
on the upswing.
Getting more and more familiar. How to, I'm curious about these like half tones, quarter tones we have. Sorry, not half tones. I knew it was some sort of fraction. Like it might be cool to kind of hear that more, like that dissonance that comes in. It might be interesting for us to play like right on that last page, without the recording once, and just listen to whether we're getting that desired effect. I especially think when we're stopped, that kind of messes with our pitch a little bit anyway, and then have the quarter tone against it, maybe we're not getting quite the rub that we could be getting.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a great sharp, C sharp
Yeah.
fingering, but I could try it that way.
True.
Just open the hand way up and thumb 2, 3 or something like that.
Right, right.
Maybe it's worth clarifying that this is just the beginning of the piece. So
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, you're in the midst of Quadre's streamed rehearsal right now, and we're playing Nina Shekhar's work, which we have commissioned, and it's for this season's theme, which is homelessness, hope, humanity, and heart, and it's a joint collaboration between the four of us, Quadre, Christopher Grant, who's a multimedia artist that we just met with yesterday. If you want to check out his stuff a little bit more, look for Idea on Sound, and you'll find that in a lot of places. And then Nina not only interviewed Chris and all of us about what the meaning of home is and combined that with electronics that Chris is going to manipulate, but a lot of the themes you're hearing coming from the electronics are coming from an artist down in Los Angeles, a homeless artist that Nina has collaborated with for this particular project. So we're really stoked about this. It's going to be premiering in the spring, but you're getting the first taste of this. And this is just an excerpt. This is the first 5 minutes, or at least ideas for the first 5 minutes. It might get reworked a little bit here and there as Nina hears it and then kind of considers, oh, I would like to do this or that. So.
Great.
Do we have any questions in the chat or anything? Any questions? All right. Okay.
So why don't we do it for those who just tuned in? Why don't we do it one more time?
Okay.
So you can hear.
Sounds great.
So to get this started, what we have to do is Adam has to get the recording going here on the amp so that we can go along with that. In our parts are times that we follow, and then we all have stopwatches on our stands as well, so that gives us markers for us to follow. All right. Okay, so back to music levels.
All set?
Ready? Yeah, 1 second. Okay, 1, 2, start.
I was born in a town called Manitowoc, Wisconsin, which is on the western shore of Lake Michigan. And let's see, it's a smallish town, but it's sort of like a center of.
I grew up in upstate New York, in a town in Potsdam, which is very small. There's a state university of New York campus.
I had a bit of a, say, tumultuous upbringing. We bounced around quite a lot.
Going to the news stories.
So my childhood was kind of all over the place. And it was home is a person waiting for you. The home is this mutual establishment, this mutual relationship.
He seems great. I talked to a lot of people lately, and that's what you guys. For those who don't have anything in their lives, just think now would be some extraordinary.
My dad was a doctor and a pediatrician actually, so like I was like a really
Single mother upbringing, and she had some health issues, so this always crept up. Things were very prevalent throughout my childhood.
because when you grow up with like
So again, these are all things I just kind of assume that everybody has to deal with. Mom has to go to the hospital. Okay, and it's just like, this is normal. This is what
as
people
I've
do.
grown and got to understand other humans' experiences in the world.
Unfortunately passed away. So then at that point, I left and started trying to pursue my identity as a home.
For so much of us, what we have
I was going to school and couldn't come up with the money for the loan, so they were just like, sorry.
I live in the house
You're out.
that my parents moved into when I was in sixth grade.
During that time, I've experienced homelessness. Rather, I experienced not having parents.
Built a house in the backyard, and the whole intent of that was that they would then move there, and my wife and I would move in here, and we started.
I had friends, and they would let me inhabit their For the most part, I didn't have a house.
But we live in an area where we started homes. Parents get the kids back in '86 and '72. This house. So I'm hoping
So if you're just tuning in, so this is our streamed rehearsal, and what you were hearing just now was Nina Shekhar's piece. That was an excerpt from the commission that we asked her to write for this particular season, where our theme is homelessness, hope, humanity, and heart. And again, if you weren't sure who is who here, we haven't talked about that. My name's Daniel Wood. We got Lydia Van Driel right here, so we get away. Amy Jo Ryan, and we're pleased as punch to have guest artist Adam Unsworth out here from the University of Michigan. So if there's any folks from out there, go blue.
Go blue. Yeah,
We're even doing it here. So, are there any questions from our chat, Elizabeth?
Yes, everyone's really excited about this piece. It's really different, and people are wondering, it'd be really fun to see how the sounds are indicated on the sheet music, and how do you work your horns, with something so abstract? How do you keep in time together?
That's an awesome question. I think maybe the easiest way to do it is Amy Jo rather is going to bring her music up so you can kind of see some of our markings on the page. We are asked to do a lot of different things here. So you'll see there's a little plus sign. That means to do stopped horn. And Lydia can maybe demonstrate what that sound is like. So this is the stop sound when you see a plus on the music. We also get asked to do trills. Adam can demonstrate what a tembral trill is like. So we have to do that quite a lot. We also are asked to do a flutter, and Lydia can demonstrate what the flutter is. As you can tell, that's one of the more fun ones. And then we also have to do quarter tone flats. So this means that we don't actually play one of the chromatic 12 tones, but instead we do something slightly lower. Adam's going to demonstrate that.
So if you're at all musically inclined, it's indicated with a backward-looking flat next to a note.
And this is primarily aleatoric music, meaning that it's by chance. We do have markings that tell us what we should do more or less at the right time, in quotes, I should say. But much chance in here, and we're also playing off of each other and trying to kind of develop what we feel is going to sound the best. So, awesome question. Thank you so much. Who gave us that question, by the way?
Margie.
Margie. Well, thank you, Margie.
Excellent.
Should we?
Let's read our 2 new pieces.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'll introduce this one. So all of us teach students that come from all sorts of backgrounds, and I'm kind of pleased as punch. One of my students, Tyler Leswing, put together an arrangement of Amazing Grace, and he only used the words and wrote completely new music for it. And it was just recorded by a choir over in England, London, I believe. And they did a sensational job. And after I heard it, I said, oh, I really would love our quartet to play it. So this is the first time any of us has played this. Scout's honor, we've never looked at this before. So you're gonna get to truly hear a premiere here. And again, thank you, Tyler, if you're out there, for this arrangement.
Who starts and what's your?
I have the first bar, and it's beat 1 is empty, and then 3/4 notes.
Okay, great.
4 sharps.
If you want to sing amazing, it would be the words.
All right.
3/4 notes. 3, 4.
So
Yeah.
like, you could be up an octave, or you could be down an octave. I think that worked. Like that last note, I think begs to be lower.
I think so too, or maybe even just jump the octave
Or
after
start
we
there,
hit
Sure,
the
yeah,
sure.
right, exactly. And then I took some liberty too with the tenor part, like at moments I was down the octave and then I jumped up to where it's written, because there's some nice rubs there.
When he arranged this, did he keep it in the original key or transpose it for us? Because that might be something to mess with.
Yeah, and also changing it around to the key. He just sent me the original SATB, and this hasn't been altered at all for the
SATB,
Quartet.
soprano,
Soprano,
alto,
alto, tenor,
tenor,
bass.
bass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
we
this
could
hasn't been
just-
altered at all for quartet, so.
So reading it in C might change it up in a really interesting and.
Yeah, it could. It
Not that we
could.
should do that right now, but just as a suggestion.
Yeah, and I think that would start getting a little.
So,
Oh, we
it
could
felt
do
a
that.
little bit from here, hearing all of your bells coming right at me and you playing the upper
Yeah.
part, felt a little bit dense
Yeah.
in the mid to low
Right.
register.
Yeah.
So that could be a voicing thing, but, we could put it up a third or
Putting it
something
up a
like
little
that,
bit.
perhaps, the high note here, if we went up like a minor third, or.
Well, and I definitely think the brass, when they are in like seconds and stuff, that helps.
Yeah.
So, cool, well, we got one more piece. For those who are just tuning in, by the way, we're doing a screen rehearsal right now. You just heard Tyler Lesswing's piece, and that was a brand new work. We'd never played that before. Okay, now we're gonna finish rehearsing a work that we're gonna be performing in a couple days at the Bill Wilson Center, and also at Martha's Kitchen in San Jose. We're really, really happy to be working with two of these fabulous community organizations that basically, among many, do this incredible job of kind of uplifting the lives of those that are homeless, providing them some counseling, helping some of them to transition to different lives, but most of all, just being there for them. And so we're going to be providing art to them, because while they definitely need some of the services that are coming from these organizations to feed their bellies, in our opinion, art feeds the soul. Okay? So this next work, we couldn't think of a better work to kind of capture that, and it's called Over the Rainbow. This arrangement's by Mark Garabrandt, and came to us many, many years ago. We've probably played it about 500 times, the three of us, but for Adam, this is his very first time. So, number one. This is number one for him. So,
Only 490.
yeah.
I'll
Yep.
catch up eventually, but only if you quit.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, here we go.
And by the way, this is the #1 song of the 20th century.
Yeah, it's true.
Wait, what's our?
Are we at music levels?
it that the tempo in bar 7 moves forward.
Moves forward quite a bit,
Yeah.
yeah, so. Lydia's in half
I
notes
should,
there.
sorry, we didn't warn you about that one.
That's all right.
But I figured you know the melody.
By
so.
bar 8, I know what we're doing.
It's good to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
So at this point, we just want to thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been a real pleasure. There's a couple of major thank yous that have to go out right now for making all this possible. First off, I want to thank Margie Wong and her wonderful family, her husband Aaron, for providing us with this space in order to do the streamed rehearsal. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to us to be able to get in here the day before and get in now. Almost all of our rehearsals are outdoors right now, as you can imagine, but for the streamed rehearsal, we really wanted to be inside for the better acoustic. A huge thank you to Tassiano, who's helping us with housing this week. She's putting up Lydia, my wife, and our family are putting up Amy Jo and Adam, and so that's been a ton of fun. And we also want to do a big shout out to our board members and our supporters. Our board members in particular, they've been providing meals and all stuff every evening. We've had all sorts of volunteers stepping in to make stuff happen. And a huge thank you to the person manning the controls today. That's our very own Elizabeth Jung. And if you want to do a wave to the camera so they can see you, that'd be great. There she is. She's been handling our chat and adjusting levels and all sorts of things. And of course, she's our managing director extraordinaire. And you know, we couldn't live without her. So huge thank you. So for all of you for tuning in, thank you so much for doing so. We can't wait to perform for you live and in person. But in the meantime, we'll do this. So have a great one. We'll all come up to the camera and say goodbye, so you can get a good view of us, and then we'll end this little guy going on. So take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for